Yo, what up, though? It's your man, DJ Caveman. We back again with another great episode of DJ Caveman and IronMonkey talking that shit to unks. You know what I mean? Giving our views on the things going on in the world of entertainment and sports and everything else. Except for that political shit, because y'all motherfuckers don't read. And I'm not bringing on people having conversations with motherfuckers that don't read or pay attention to the shit that's happening in the world, really. And they just be re-spewing. But let me step off my soapbox. What up, D? What's going on? Welcome to the show.
Chillin'.
We got a special guest this week, as always. So most weeks we got a special guest host with us in the building today. I always tell y'all that my family be doing dope shit, and so we're gonna get them all on the show. I actually booked my sister, man. So tell Karama she got to get on the show soon. We got some dates over for little sis
my
coming
sister.
on.
She got too many stories on me.
Yeah, that's the point. Little sis coming on next week, next month. So mark your calendars for that shit. But anyway, today on the show, we got another super dope family member in the building. She owns her own travel agency. So those be looking to travel, you know what I mean? That's what we're going to talk about today, among other things. Welcome to the pod, Nicole, cousin, CEO,
so
writer,
yes.
mom, all of the above. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for coming on. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Give the audience.
You forgot young Nana.
Oh, young Nana.
Put me out there like that. Look, I'm still getting 35. I'm still people talk.
Nice.
Yeah.
Somebody told me I was 35 the other day, and I bought him a drink. So shout out to still looking
That's what
young.
You do.
I've been told I'm in my late 40s now, even though my birthday is not for another like 30 days. But 28 days, and then I'll be officially in my late 40s by my standard. You know what I mean? I don't like moving goalposts. Mid 40s is 44 to 47. You know, those are your middle 40s.
Wow.
You know.
Oh, so I'm still in my mid 40s now.
Yeah. For another couple years, right? Another year or two, then you'll be right there with us.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz tell them a little bit about what you do and how you came to your business and all that. And I got some questions.
Sure. No worries. So, so about 3 years ago, I started my travel agency. I had a long time to think over the COVID period. And I said, if there was, I worked in the fitness and health industry for over 27 years for a trade association. So I said, what could I do? I love to travel. I've been through 47 states, and my husband and I, it's just like world travel has been our thing since, and I've been with my husband for over 37 years now. So we've just been traveling.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so I just said, this is kind of a natural fit. So I went into specializing in wellness travel and kind of disrupting the wellness industry from my perspective because it's often been for affluent people. And I think the people who need it the most aren't the affluent, right? They need to cover, they need to. So my goal is to bring travel to everyone and let them define wellness for themselves. And I think I'm in a position to do that.
Nice.
What makes wellness travel different from like what regular travel agents do? Like, is there like a specific itinerary with that, or?
Yeah, there is. So there's big buckets like family travel. So you're going to focus on the Disneys, the amusement parks, family-friendly locations. There's adult travel, there's romance travel, there's wedding travel, right? So there's different segments of the industry, and wellness travel is a very growing, I think it's like $14 billion and growing area. And so the fitness industry is crossing over into the wellness space, and the wellness travelers, which are those luxury hotels, the Sandals of the world, the Club Meds of the world. There are wellness travelers who like to do like hike and all that. So they're crossing into the fitness industry. And I just looked at that because I'm very close to it. Looked at the data and I said, this is going to be a huge area of growth, and I'm positioned rightfully to take lead in there. So I said, I'll focus on wellness, but I'm again wanting to wanting to show people how expose them to wellness travel, but in a way that what's wellness mean to you? Wellness means to could be sitting on a cruise on a balcony, or it could be sitting on a beach in Malta. Just everybody's different, and I think it should be defined the way what suits you.
See, and ultimately, like growing up, one of my dreams was and still is. We have plots of land in Trinidad, and it's to make it like a resort type area where you can go to detox. And when you're talking about wellness travel, that's one thing that people like to do, is to not just go places to sightsee. They want to go to detox and relax. So that's one thing that I was fitting to do, and I'm still fitting to do out in Trinidad.
Yes, that it's a perfect time to do it too, right? If you have some cabins, build resort, there's a whole market in the retreat segment, and people want retreats, whether it's to learn a new skill, to, like you said, to detox from technology, to learn new cooking. People want to be engaged in the culture. That's where, like, that's always been me, right? I want to know the people of that land, and I've always given my kids that exposure to say, you need to know the world, you need to see how others are living, and really understand that culture versus being a tourist when you travel.
All right, so when you travel, you going like into the real neighborhoods?
Oh yeah. I went to so we did a big multi-generational trip to Oahu, and we rented cars. We circled in 75% of the island, which really people are still talking about that trip today. And we ate from food trucks. We walked the beaches. My kids stayed out a lot longer than I did because they're grown. And they do different things than I do. But they were like, the scene is so, they felt so safe being out there at 1:00 in the morning walking. One of my sons even slept on the beach. That's how safe it was. So it's just, they love talking to the people that are there. And actually, one woman, I brought them all to like a flea market because I like to give back to the communities I visit. And one of the ladies, when I was purchasing my park, and she told me about the flea market. And then she came in and gave me a big hug, and she's like, wow, you brought 13 people here. Thank you so much. So that's what I do.
No, that's actually dope, because if anything, something came up on my reel, like my memories the other day. I think it was the 19th. That last year, me and Daryl ended up going out to Boston to go see Robert Glasper perform. And out there, like afterwards, I saw this one dude, and I was like, "Yo, Daryl, I know this dude from a TV show." And I ended up taking a picture with him. Their thing was their TV show on HBO. It only had one season, but I think it was Coming from America, where like four different families went to like different countries. One went to Tanzania, or Mozambique, or something like that. But they was going to different places to live, to see if their family could think. So they were interacting with the natives. And what you're talking about is part of the dopeness of it, is when you're on the resort, you're getting canned culture, culture that they just want to feed you, versus uncut culture, uncured culture, as some people might put it, where it's not salty, it's the people for who they are, and you get to see the people for who they are. That type of travel is actually much more fulfilling than just being on the resort and staying on the path, because you got to be careful of the savages, and the natives might attack you, and all this other foolishness. But what you're talking about is dope,
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
like Daryl said, like Daryl said, we got family members that do dope shit, and you're doing dope shit.
Yes, you build it and I'll bring them there. You build it in Trinidad. I've always wanted to go, so I'll
Exactly.
be the first person there.
Exactly. So, that's what it's about.
What's like the hardest part about setting up these trips and like finding people? Like, do you have like a bunch of trips that you run like regularly? Like if I go to like AAA, they got the Disney trip, they got this trip, they got this cruise, they got that cruise, or are you manufacturing trips and then bringing them to
Custom
the masses?
fit?
Like, yeah, do you do custom fit, or do you have like some setup trips? And then like, what's the hardest part about setting everything up in the beginning? Like, if I wanted to build a trip, like what would be like my first step of like?
So I do a consultation with everyone, and I do. To answer your question first is, so there are some custom trips. I start with me, right? So I want to go to Costa Rica for research and do all that. So I said, I'm going to Costa Rica, and then I'll invite people who else wants to come along. I have this small group with my tour company, and I can just invite people in on my tour. So I'll do that, and I have that coming up in October. But then I will do like, I have a customer who reached out to me through Instagram and said they want to do a high school reunion. So we had a conversation. I did a webinar with her and her group and kind of get a feel what they want and what they're looking for. And then I come back and make a proposal of, here's 3 ships. Which one do you want to go on? What island do you want to see? Based off of what their feedback is. So I do custom fits, and then I do my travel led groups, and then there are groups that I don't go on. I have I have a group of 6 going out on a cruise that I won't be on in February. So
I got an industry question for you. Do you do repatriations?
Repeat what?
I have a hard time pronouncing some words. Repatriations. So like if somebody is over on a trip and something happens and they're trying to keep them and they're like, no, they're American citizen, they got to come back home. Repatriations.
That I haven't run into. Something like that, I would probably go to my host agency and say, so I belong to a host agency that's over 5,000 travel agents as well. So I would go to a more experienced, my leader, like, listen, this
like
is
a union rep.
Yes. Yep. And they would help me with that situation. I've never handled that situation. So I'd be like, what?
No, because working in insurance, I was getting that question. I'm like, this sounds like a question for your travel agent. Like, we don't do that. Like, they're like, well, if we get hurt, and it's something that we get hurt, are you going to help us get back? I'm like, oh, okay, now I can see how it's an insurance type question. So yes. I was like, okay, that always stuck with me. It's like, yeah, traveling overseas, like some people might not know the foreign laws. Do you try to brief people on foreign laws? Like you can't smoke weed out there like that. They don't let that happen.
I definitely
that's one of them things.
That definitely is. I have done that. So we went to Bahamas last year, and one of the key things is you can't wear camouflage because
same thing in Trinidad.
Military is that. So if you will be locked up. I can't help you when
you're locked up,
other than tell you, like, who do you want me to call? So I would say, you get locked up, call a lawyer. Don't call me first.
Call the embassy.
You're right. Call the embassy. Right. But you're 100% right. Travel insurance is, Alon's Travel Insured. This third party travel insurance, I can't sell insurance, but I can refer you to insurance. So I would do that and suggest you call them because I hear war stories out there and how they've helped. I'm actually in a boot camp this weekend and Lons was on telling these stories and I'm just like, wow, this is great. I need to get my annual insurance. So sign me up because you never know what will happen, especially in the current atmosphere that we're in.
Oh yeah, especially with with the current environment.
I'm a U.S. citizen. No.
You look Colombian. You look like you're from Panama.
People tell me Ethiopian, Moroccan, Dominican Republic.
Yeah. You low-key look like my sister. It's throwing me off.
I keep my passport in my pocket.
I seen that Instagram. I started cracking up. The guy had the passport on his head. He's just like, this is how we go. This is how we travel now.
Hey, you got to make sure.
Fortunate.
So,
because a couple of things, like like in Trinidad, you can't wear camouflage. That's one of those things. And another thing is public vulgarity. You're not supposed to be cussing like that.
Oh yeah.
And DMX got in trouble in Trinidad over spit like that because it was a show, and they told him, "Don't go up on stage thinking that you're gonna be cussing up the place." He was like, "Yeah, yeah." Whoa. Got up on stage, started cussing, cut the mic, party done. It was like, "Nope, wait, just cut the mic, turn off the lights, show's over." Like, nope, we're not doing that. So yeah.
You have to be mindful. So yes, I do try to inform. I stay abreast of what's going on. I use travel.state.gov. That's a great site that everybody should really bookmark and look out, whether it's alerts, is there violence taking place in a different country? So I share this information with them, especially if it's relevant and current. And just make sure that they're aware that they need, I have a little checklist of things that they should be aware of. And marijuana smoking is one of them.
Yeah, because America has fallen, I think has been put onto that beware to travel to type places, like on the world travel thing.
It's funny because DUI, you can't even travel to parts of Canada if you have a DUI. So that's important to know before you spend a whole lot of money traveling up to Quebec or on a ship.
Travel law is a whole thing.
Do not lie. Do not lie to customs of other countries. Just answer the questions regularly and get forward. You don't want to end up in that small ass room. I've been in that room for and I wasn't even doing nothing. They just held me for 12 hours one day.
Oh my goodness!
I got held too one time, and they was looking at my passport. They're like, "Your passport looks fake." I'm like, "No, it just got damaged," and they held me in that room for 4 hours.
Yeah.
But one thing do not do, don't go. But I'm American. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I'm American. No, this ain't right.
No.
Get off me.
Yeah.
I've been held in both directions. So sometimes U.S. customs is just as bad as international customs, especially if you're coming from somewhere I don't know. It can get dicey. So make sure you know the laws. That's the big.
Oh, don't let there be a language barrier too. And they're talking to you legal shit, and you'll be like, "What? See?
Well,
what? Go on."
And now,
and they speak in Russian.
One of the great things, times that we live in now, is the AI. You have those translation on your phone. So now there's no excuse because we can talk with others.
Right.
Yeah, be like, I'm getting accused of what? Say that into the phone.
Right. Or those Google glasses. What are those AI glasses
the
that translate right? The Meta glasses. I'm like, that's my birthday's coming up. Hello.
Right. Mine too.
Y'all are
February 8th.
Put that money together. Get me my glasses.
Yeah. I got GoFundMe.
My next my next eye appointment, I plan on getting those Meta glasses. I'm saving up for them right now. So hopefully my insurance covers them bad boys. So you said you're with a bigger travel network. So it's 5,000 or whatever you guys. Did you find the network first, or did you create your business and then try to find somebody to attach to? Or is it more like real estate where you have to go through somebody to get to, you have to go through a training through a certain company, and then they let you branch off like it is kind of with real estate? Just trying to get some background for those who might be interested in maybe starting their own travel business.
Sure. So I started off with some franchises. I like to cruise, so I went to a franchise cruise company and got there because I was interested. And then I looked at the price, and I really read the fine print of their contract before I spent money. And I said, you know what? It's literally in COVID, and I was like, I'm not spending this money to buy into a franchise. And as I read deeper and deeper, there was information on how many people get into the travel business just as a hobby, and it was staggering. 75% of folks that bought in were just hobbyists. And I said, that's not what I'm spending my money. I really want to create a business. So that took me down a rabbit hole of research. And I came across a list of all these host agencies as a way to get in. It was really tough to find information how to get into the travel industry without, buying all these licenses and starting your own business. So I found a host agency. There's MLMs out there, and I hear people talk about that. And I did that in my 20s. I don't want to have anything to do with an MLM. It works for some people, especially if you just want to travel yourself and get discounts.
Those are the you should be here people.
Yeah. Get one. Well, I make money by getting you to come on board, and and you do your own travel. So if that works for you, and that's how you just want to save on travel, I think that's awesome. But that's not for me. And then I found a slew of host agencies, and I really chose the one that had, because I work for a trade association, I know the value of networks. I know the value of education, and they had a plethora of online stuff to teach me the industry. They have a great standing in this industry. A lot of Diamond Star is, if you're thinking of AAA, right, in their Diamond Star properties, or they're well known in the industry. That's sort of what my agency is, KHM Travel Group, and they have a very respected and status in the industry. And I was just like, you know what, this is great. And then I went to my first event with them and met so many loving people, and it just confirmed that I picked the right choice for me.
That's what's up. Your mic is off, bro. Your mic is off.
I can't hear you.
Is it on now?
There you go.
Because I had to reset my Bluetooth, because I have 2 sets of Bluetooth things and only one ear was working. So I had to make sure I had the proper set on. Either way, all that aside, 2 things. Do you come across a lot of Black-owned companies in that network?
That is one of my areas that I try to promote. Yes. So, so when I'm looking for a new supplier, I'm looking at, I do a search for that, because that's something that's interested to me. I belong to like a Juneteenth association here in Lynn, and I was telling her, I found this, we should do a fundraiser on this. Emma Waterways is a river cruise company, and they're the first river cruise company to do a special cruise for that tells the Black history of the jazz, the music in Europe. And I was like, this would be a great opportunity to, one, introduce to the Black community river cruising, because you don't see a lot of that, and 2, to the company is wonderful to work with, and the people there. And I was just like, I can't wait to get on board, because I want to, my cousin, my cousin's a jazz musician, so I have an interest in that, to see, what took place back then. And then there's, I do look at, like in Washington, DC, I go back and forth because my office is up there now, and I'm actually going to a Black-owned hotel, and you'll like this, Daryl. One of the reasons why I chose this is because, one, they have a podcast whole set up in the front, nice. And then every room has a vinyl player, and they customize. Nice. Yes, I know you guys would like that. They customize. You can say, hey, I want these 5 vinyls in my room, and they will customize and make sure they're in your room. And
what's the name of this place?
It's in DC. I love DC.
It's in DC. It's called Eaton, 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 DC. And then they have a rooftop bar, and they only spin vinyl. So they have they have music and dance clubs, and then they have they have so much. Let's have so much. They have like a speakeasy, a hidden speakeasy. It looks like a fabulous hotel. I went and had lunch there. They have a Michelin restaurant. it's just wonderful. I'll send you more information on it, but I can't wait for it. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for unique experiences,
super dope.
and Black-owned properties that I can, and restaurants that I can promote along to my customers.
And you see, I said it's two-part because you see, even with a lot of the programs that feed into diversity with the new climate, without getting too political, have you come across any DEI talk where funding is now getting pulled back?
Not in the travel, not in my travel space. No.
Not in the leisure, not in the leisure areas. Okay.
Not that I've come across personally. I'm sure it's out there, but I think one of the things with travel, I think the travel industry is a little more aware of that because they're dealing with multiple countries, multiple cultures. Thank you. And so I think my travel agency has a whole segment for DEI. So they create marketing. They have a committee. So I think we're just more. I think the travel industry as a whole is just more
DEI
interested
proof.
in do it. Yeah, they're more interested, in doing things.
Yeah, no, because that was one of those things that I thought about. Because I'm like, that's one of those industries that number one is people's personal money, and then number two, you're dealing with other cultures. So, like, for me to go to a Caucasian company to go to Zimbabwe and they're showing me the cultures of Zimbabwe, I'm like, but something doesn't seem right here. Like, so it's like in college where somebody's teaching Black history, a white guy teaching Black history. It's just weird. It's just off. It's off-putting. It's like, well,
it can be, but I will just say one thing. My husband is Jamaican, and one of the things that he said is there is no race in Jamaica. You are Jamaican. So there, he goes, when you go there, you will see Asian Jamaicans, and they are talking patois like.
Same
there are European Caucasians that are talking, that they're ingrained. They are Jamaican. They're there, and so it wasn't really about a specific race. So I assume this comes also in other countries.
Yeah, in Caribbean countries it's like that, because like seeing an Asian person talking with a Jamaican accent or a Trinidadian accent, it's just off-putting too. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Hey man, everybody lives everywhere these days. You know what I mean?
That's true. The world is flat in a sense.
And there are stereotypes too, like here, of course, here in America, when we started way back when our first road trip, I believe, was 2001. And our parents were crying for us not to go. They're like, all the bad stuff that happened to them growing up and the racism they had to endure. And they were just begging us not to go. And we were like, relax. We did it. And it's just an amazing opportunity to see this country, and people aren't the way. There are Black people everywhere. I mean, that's what we get back. In every country, every nook and cranny of this country, every state, there are Black folks. And and even some of the stereotypes that we know and we've grown up with, I had someone that, well, I don't want to get into that, but they very stereotypical in the South, and they were just they embraced us. They were like, oh, here's my wolf dog. Here, like, have the kids pet it. They were the nicest people. So I would just say, to some degree, be open-minded. I see everywhere I go, I see a Black culture and Black community in every country that I've been to so far.
Nah, the old folks are like, nah, that's not in the green book. Where are you going?
Right.
That's not in the green book. You're not supposed to travel there.
Yeah. And I'm like,
so, I know what you mean.
Fantastic movie, by the way. So we
I should have suggested that movie, but I had a different movie.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, as always, we expect your movies to be a little bit black and white.
Okay.
And by black and white, we mean old
I did my homework, and my kids are like, "Ma, what are you watching?" I'm like, "I haven't seen this one from Spike Lee," so I was excited about it.
Yo, let's get right into it, man. We got a movie double feature this week, but since it is your week, man, let's go with your movie first.
Yes. So,
Crooklyn.
my movie of the week, I picked out Crooklyn. So, Crooklyn was my movie, the second Spike Lee joint that I picked. The last one was Highest to Lowest. I give that one a high score, and the more that I look at it, like the acting, Homegirl's acting is really off-putting. Like, oh my God, his wife, oh my goodness, all that aside. So with this movie, I was like, all right, let me go to more grounded acting, a grounded story, something where like my sister's been trying to get me to go to New York, Brooklyn, for my birthday, February 8th, Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm like, I don't know. But I was like, all right, let me just watch the movie and just reconnect to it, because a lot of the characters, a lot of the little stories is exactly how it was, with sitting on the stoop, having the punk brothers and sisters, trying to watch the game on the one TV,
Yeah.
having the mother and father just having adult and time. And as kids, we being oblivious to it all. Even traveling, like, even when like we moved up here to Rhode Island, but every summer we'll go to New York. But then when we go to New York, we'll go to the cousin's house for like a weekend or something. So like we would spend time with family. So even in the movie, when Homegirl had to travel, I felt that, because that's how it was for some of my family members when they traveled up here to Rhode Island. It felt like they was coming up to the country. They're like, trees, beaches, what? What's going on here? Cape Verdeans. I don't know nothing about this. Like so that whole experience, for me, it's a highly relatable movie without giving away too much of the story. The typical Spike Lee angle, even with the dope fiends on the corners, sniffing glue. It's just a good family movie where things aren't always perfect, but it's salvageable and it's meaningful. So it was one of those movies that I have to give a perfect 5 to. It's just one of those movies for me. It's like it's perfect. That's a perfect Spike Lee joint for me. And like lowest to the high, like I gave that a high score, and it keeps dropping. So it went from like 4.5 to a 4. Now it's like a 3.5. So it's just going from the highest to the lowest. It's going highest to lowest. So so Crooklyn gets a perfect 5 for me. Casting and all, and shout out to Delroy Lindo, who got his first Oscar nomination for Sinners. So Delroy Lindo, I swear, like I said, he'll play my father in the movie. Like that's my father, Delroy. So yeah, that's my review.
Perfect 5.
Yes.
Cool. What you think, cuz?
Well, I think it was nostalgia. It brought me back to my upbringing with the R&B music soundtrack playing in the background. Our cousin who taught me how to double Dutch. I would go to Dorchester, and my cousin Jeannie and Rena would babysit me, and they taught me how to double Dutch and how to skip. I've used skip rock. I get with that hopscotch.
Mm-hmm.
And all that, and just walking around. It was just wonderful to me, and I agree with you. It displayed the Black family and the traditions we have, but also showed a light of, we owned Blackstones in Brooklyn at one time. It has been very gentrified now. So when you go there, you'll see the gentrification that has gone on there. But my daughter and I took a trip up there not too long ago for her birthday. And she's, you can fall in love all over again with it. There's a lot to fall in love with. and we cruised out of there, and we made sure we got the Latin experience there. Walking the streets and buying stuff off the streets. I bought a lovely shirt that was for a glow up party on the cruise ship, and we were like the talk of the town. I was like, this is only $25, but it was really nice. It was really nice. We liked it. We thought it was cool, and it gave. I just say that I would give this a 4.5, only because it was old. It was 1994. It just needs it was a great movie. I'll give it a 5 too. I'll give it a 5. It was a very good movie, very, very great movie, actually. I was very happy.
I forgot to talk about like the bodega, the whole bodega scene, stealing, like going in and out of the bodega, and then even RuPaul. see, this is how like for me, like we've been adjusted to cross dressers, and like people are like, wait, what? You know what? That's your business.
It also talks about the innocence, right? We're being exposed a lot more to our environment and how we're raised, and we hit a little different than the current children. Even my kids, right? They have a little bit more than we had growing up, and so it just, I don't know. The struggle is similar, and the struggle is there. But it's just a little different when we grew up back then.
All right.
Little bit. Look, man, I like Spike. This one of his early roles where he was, doing his Spike Lee thing. The cast was The cast was really good. I enjoyed the like Spike Lee tricks, right? So like when she was down south, the picture was different. It was a little hazy. It was a little stretched out, and then when she
8mm,
and then when she was in Crooklyn, it was like a different look. So it was cool to like be able to, and then you get the classic Spike Lee like walk, roll, float, which is it's good to see. I sometimes forget that he's been doing that he does that in all of his movies. That's like his signature. My only
that
thing
one was dope though.
A lot of the nostalgic, you know what I mean? There was no fire hydrant scene, but that's okay. I'm not gonna hold it. I'm not gonna hold him. There was, all those games and stealing from the corner store and shit. That's all shit that we did growing up. However, the amount of talkback from these kids was outrageous. That's the type of shit that we definitely wasn't trying to do. So, I mean, he embellished a little bit for the movie, I think, because wasn't none of us talking back to our parents like that at all.
Nah, New Yorkers have some fresh mouth. That's one thing. We all have fresh mouths, and our parents used to have to keep like, nah, you might have a fresh mouth, just not with me.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, nah, we wasn't talking about I'm about to still watch the game. What? Nah.
yeah, for real.
Nah.
Yeah. He was feeling himself.
And that for a New York apartment, that shit was real big. They had mad floors and shit.
No, brownstones, I like that. Like my sister, like my grandmother, she owns that the brownstone.
Oh wow! All right, I never been in one like that, so I don't know. I'm just like, damn, these people got a lot of stairs for New York, man. Like,
that's what I was saying. I was like, oh, and then I realized he owns it. Okay, he's renting to the other gentleman. So,
no, that's how it is. No, those stairs are crazy long. Oh my god.
Shout out to young Isaiah Washington. You know what I mean? He went on to do some big things. I really liked it, man. I don't know. I'm gonna give it like a 4.4 just because ain't nobody's kids talking to them like that. But
not without getting slapped.
No, yeah, not without getting smacked into next week.
Which there was some of that, like her threatening to do.
Yeah,
that.
She was threatening it, but
that really happened if you talk like that to your mama.
Nah, you know what? That probably didn't pass the focus groups. Like, nah, we can't be showing people that we whipping our kids like that. We can't be doing that. So that probably got cut, So
yeah,
it was good for the nostalgia. I'll give it like a 4.4 on the scale. I enjoyed it, man. It was good to go back and watch. I haven't watched it since probably it came out, so it was good to like brush up on that story. Spike really don't make too many bad movies anyway, except for his new shit. Is like Spike's getting old now. He might have to pass that torch if you make another movie like Highest to Lowest. But
you got to work with Kugler.
Yeah, something.
Have a Kugler collab. Yeah,
something. Shout out to who's on the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Man, where's my chat at? Mary Williams in the chat. She said that was good information. She was been looking into that KHM travel, I guess. So you helped her out with some information on that. So we got a 5, we got a 4.4 and a 4.5 on Crooklyn. Go watch it. You gotta rent it unless you got the magic stick thing to get it for free. But we don't pirate over here, but we also don't king shame. So whatever it is that helps you through your day, you should go ahead and do that.
Yes.
Movie number 2 was my pick. You know what I mean? I had been watching this movie, been coming up in my brain for like the longest. So I was like, I might as well just watch it for the show. And that was Troy. Early Brad Pitt, or middle Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was already Brad Pitt, but young Eric Bana. What's his name there from Lord of the Rings? I can't think of his name right now. Hold on.
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
Yep.
Really kind of carried this. We had some it's old school Romans and Greek mythology type stuff, which is kind of like one of my guilty pleasures. I like watching movies like that. Just because of like the early fantasy type, you know what I mean? Like, and these are stories that you learned like in school growing up about Achilles and the Greek and Roman mythology and all that stuff. So it's just a fun movie to watch. Plus, it has a good amount of gratuitous violence, which is always, on the level. But without giving too much away, it's basically the story of Achilles, and there's the love story and the fighting and all of that going on. Helen of Troy, if anybody's familiar with the Helen of Troy story, where they basically she was like, I'm gonna leave with y'all. And then it started basically like a war. And I really like this is one of those roles where you don't see Brad Pitt do very much anymore, like the fantasy roles, you know what I mean? Like after that, he was doing like Ocean's 11 and all of those, like he did do World War Z, which I haven't seen, but I heard it's pretty good. I just don't fuck with zombies like that.
Neither do I, but that was dope.
So, I don't know. I like this. There's a lot of cool lines in this movie too. And so I don't know if it's my favorite movie, but it's definitely one of my favorite movies that I can just like sit and watch on a Sunday afternoon. So I'm a ride with a 4.4 on this one. The costume was great. The cinematography was real cool. The fight scenes were not quite Frank Miller, but like very like active. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of stuff. I only know what I've read about Greek mythology, so I assume it to be closest to truth. You know what I mean? But like overall, it's like very entertaining. It's a good like Saturday night popcorn. You know what I mean? You probably watch it with your lady. She might ask you a bunch of questions during it though, so maybe not. Who knows? Depends on.
You might be ogling the dudes.
right. Yeah. There's a lot of
looking at your abs like.
There's a lot of glistening abs in the movie for those who are about that life. And it's Brad Pitt.
They had a P Diddy budget on the baby oil.
It's early Brad Pitt with the abs. You know what I mean? Like, so those who are fans of early Brad Pitt will enjoy it for sure. But I'm gonna give it a 4.4. All right. That's Troy. That's my movie pick of the week.
All right.
Cuz what you think?
You want to go, Nicole?
Sure. So I can't watch movies anymore. Well, I can't watch movies without seeing travel, and I'll tell you why later. But I think from an imagery, I think it was really great. You see a lot of beach. As you mentioned, Daryl, there was one scene where Brad Pitt just turns over and he's completely naked. I was like, was he just laying there like that? I was like, that's not real. But anyways, I was just laying there like that. And she's fully clothed and he's not. I was just like, no, whatever. But not a bad scene. But it was an overall good shot, good movie. I enjoyed it. I think one of the things with movies like this is it's about the imagery, and conflict. Even though it's not like a real story, Troy is a real area, and this movie has pretty much launched the tourism for Turkey, because Troy, it was shot mainly in Malta, but it I guess the Trojan horse they gave to Turkey. Troy's there, so they do a lot of Troy themed trips there. The Aegean Sea, Aegean Sea, sorry. It just goes to me to tell me, like, screen tourism is becoming more and more popular. I know here in Massachusetts, they have a whole route of where films were taken. You have Hawaii that does the Pearl Harbor. You have Normandy, the Battle of Normandy, that people are going there just to see that. So this movie helped launch that tourism to Turkey and to the Aegean Sea. So I think that speaks to responsible storytelling. Film imagery, as you said, was great, and it gives it's a way to acknowledge conflict-ridden stories in history, but also getting people curious about the region. So I thought I would give it a 4.5. I thought it, great scenes of the beach, great scenes of the all those ships. I think that was the one that I loved the most. I was like, wow, look at all those folks. Look at all those ships sailing into the beach. I was like, how are they not going to win?
Right.
Well, see, this is how they got to watch the movie. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now, this is one of those movies that was like my brother's favorite movie, and oddly, I've never seen this movie until I watched it, last week, and I was like, hey, you know what movie came out first, this or 300? And this movie actually came out first.
Yeah.
So this actually gave the building blocks for what 300 ended up doing on their own. So the thing too is, like you guys brought up, the cinematography. That's one thing that I like with movies, is the cinematography, the way that it's filmed, the different angles that they use, the color tones. With this movie, the cinematography in terms of landscape was beautiful. When you was talking about Turkey, I swear, didn't they change the name to like Turkania, something like that? For the spelling is different now. Because I know they was bringing it up during the Olympics.
Was it I think it Canakal?
Turkania?
It's Canakk. I think it's Canakal is the area.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. Sorry.
All right. But all that aside, no, like with this movie, like the way the story was told, yeah, it gets a little draggy at points. It wasn't 300, and I have to recognize this came out before 300, and I can't do that comparison. I have to look at this movie as what it was. Brad Pitt, Orlando Bloom was kind of simpish, but
he was in love, man. He was in love.
Again, people got to watch the movie and make their own decisions. So it was a solid movie. The deviousness, the backbiting, the manipulation, the white on white crime. So, which doesn't get talked about enough. Even though we didn't talk about like our week, I had a week of troll hunting. That's something I'm not gonna get into, but that's how I knew about some of the political stuff. But it was a solid movie. It was a good movie. It's one of those movies. I think it was like 240 something was the length of this movie.
Yeah,
it was one of those
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like of the era when they was really having long movies to keep people in the cinema. So I would give it a solid 4. It was a dope movie. I'll watch it again. I don't know why I didn't watch it before. Just like American Psycho. Well, American Psycho, I'm not into that kind of stuff, so I'm not gonna, watch that unless prompted to. But nah. But this movie, no, I'll watch this. I don't know why I didn't watch it. So yeah, it's a solid watch. So Troy, I can see how my brother loved this movie.
Yeah, man.
It's not quite Jason and the Argonauts. My style. That's what I would have squared with. But again, I like them old dusty movies, the OGs with the claymation.
Yeah,
but it's a good movie.
Solid movie for Troy. Yeah, go. I mean, I also hated that they made the Spartans. Some of the Spartans were pretty fat, and you know what I mean. I was like, these guys are supposed to be like, at war, and they're not even in shape. They look like rent-a-cops. But that's 80s. That's 80s movies for you.
No, it was 90s. It was like 3-4 years before 300. So like again, it gave 300 a good building block. You see what you said?
Yeah.
They showed that in 300.
We got to make sure these dudes are buff for the 300 movie.
Yeah. I got a CrossFit for 6 months.
So that's our movie review. We do a different movie every week. Make sure you check it out. Mm-hmm. Follow us on all the socials so you can see what movie and you can follow along, or watch them afterwards and let us know what your opinions are on the movies that we give our opinions on.
Stay away from that movie Rapping. That movie's trash. The one with Mario Van Peebles. Oh my God. Oh God damn it.
I don't know how you thought Sonny Spoons was gonna be good in a rap movie, dog.
Oh God damn. Yeah, even the rapping is whack.
That's what you get for watching Tubi. That's what you get for watching Tubi.
I think it was Pluto TV. I think it was worse.
Oh man, see, that's what happens. You let Sonny Spoons convince you that he was going to be good at rapping, and that's why he's Sonny Spoons. Sonny Spoons didn't.
John Rappin' Hood.
Stop it.
That was his name, John Rappin' Hood. No, they had Eric LaSalle in the movie as a Rappin' Hood too.
Was it better or worse than Karate Kid Legends?
It was worse.
Wow.
Because they thought they was doing something dope and fresh. It was whack.
All right, well.
Oh my goodness.
We'll leave that.
Itching for a scratch.
Don't watch that shit per IronMonkey's request. Hey, so Layla Edwards, we're gonna hard pivot because we up against it and we want to make sure we get to this top 5.
Okay.
Layla Edwards, first black female Olympic hockey player. I didn't even know black chicks was out here playing hockey until I saw that shit, and she made the Olympic team. She's from Cleveland Heights, from the same place as the Kelsey brothers, and apparently they hit her off with a nice piece of cash so that her family could come watch her play in the Olympics, which is super dope. Because for those who don't know, Olympic athletes have to fund their own way unless they have sponsorship. Or through the sponsorship, they have to fund their own way to the Olympics every year. That's why a lot of them have jobs in the off season. Unless they have sponsorship that can help them pay their bills, they got to keep work and train the entire time. So, and the Olympics is
some of them got to stay in school,
right? And the Olympics is expensive as shit. I've looked at tickets for this LA Olympics, and they're not terrible unless you want to go to the finals of like the big sports, the track and field, the swimming, basketball. You can go see some obscure sports for like a little bit less, but then you got to get to LA and you got to stay in LA for 2 weeks or however long you want to be in the Olympics. But I know a good travel agent that might be putting together an Olympic trip. So you should hit her up. Any thoughts on?
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to get out of this chat thing. It has like this black screen in front of my thing. I can't see shit. So if I X out, I'm gonna come right back in. All right, never mind.
Shout out to Nolan in the chat. What up, Nolan?
Because I saw something with the chat here, and I was gonna click on it, and I was gonna say, all right, let me see if I can see this chat. And I'm an old man, so I'm not fucking with that shit.
Any thoughts on black female hockey players? She's the only one I've ever heard of. There's not that many black dude hockey players, and most of them are from Canada.
Hey, Nah, it wasn't McGinley a black hockey player?
Joe McGinley, yeah. He's from Canada though. He's from like Calgary or something.
Yeah. Oh, American born. Nah. If anything, black people could do whatever we want. It's just about us getting recognition and getting the opportunity to do it. That's it. So that whole DEI shit, that's bullshit. It's just recognizing that there's talent everywhere. And including people, because even with horse racing, that's one thing that I learned watching High Horse on Peacock. It's not as well done as I thought it would have been. It's more like for entertainment value, it felt like for me, rather than educational value, but they did have educational value. But like how black horse races were kept out of the Kentucky Derby for a very long time. Like how they had a union, and part of the union, they said, well, we're not going to have black horse races. So the thing is now with DEI, it's incorporating and recognizing that there's talent everywhere. So when it comes to black hockey players, especially black female hockey players, it's just recognizing that the talent's there, and that, rather than looking at certain gyms, look at all the gyms, because even with Serena Williams and them, they didn't have the money to go to the clubs. They was on the course in Compton, so everybody has the right to have their talent recognized for what it is.
And I don't think she's the only one. I think there's, I did a quick search, there's 13 black hockey players. I think the pioneer before her, Blake Bolden, she was one of the first black players in the NWHL, now NHL. And then I think she's, what else? Shala Edwards. She was another one. And then there was, who else did they? There was somebody that's the first. I can't remember. I can't see that. There was somebody else. But Kelsey Coltzer, and I think she's played in the women's pro leagues.
No word.
Yeah, you see, so it's about just recognition now, and putting a spotlight not just on the one thing, is taking back the spotlight and beaming on the broadest prospects. The field of prospects. That's all it is.
That's what we do here at Caveman IronMonkey Talking Shit. We put the spotlight on people. Oh shit! Hey, I almost forgot. Motherfucking Jamaican bobsled team qualified for the Winter Olympics, dog. Like, that's awesome. It's cool runnings in real life.
Oh, yo, you know what? Low key, I've never seen the movie, and my brother actually brought it up to me.
You've never seen Cool Runnings?
No. Mighty Ducks 2. In Mighty Ducks 2, they actually had a Trinidad and Tobago hockey team. I'm like, what? He was like, wait, you never seen that movie? I was like, no. The fuck am I watching Mighty Ducks 2 for? He was like, no. They had a Trinidad and Tobago junior hockey team. I was like, oh shit, what? So either way, but the actual bobsled team from Jamaica made it?
Yeah, man.
Well, all right, well, there we go.
Yo, I know who I'm rooting for, just because. And if their coach is not a large, fat white man, I might be slightly disappointed, because John Candy killed that role.
Hey, listen, like she noted what she said earlier. He's not a white man. He's just Jamaican, man. That's it.
I don't know if anybody else seen this, but the Atlanta Hawks let fans try to dunk off the trampoline like they do at halftime, and it was easily the funniest 90 seconds of the week for me. Watching people.
They had people that I've done my research, and they've had other people that have done it, but the clips that you was talking about does nobody justice.
Oh man, the one dude that tried to stretch out there and fell, like, it was hilarity ensued. But anyway, they got me thinking, like, yo, what's like the one, like the sports challenge you think you could win?
Oh, with a handicap like a trampoline?
Just in general, like if it is a sports challenge out there that you see that you think you could win. Like
I'll let you go first, ladies first on this one. I got to really think about that one.
Well, I think I can win a challenge shooting a basketball backwards in the hoop half court.
Oh, the backwards half court?
Yeah, I can win that.
All right. Like my thing is like the pop shot, the one that they have at Dave and Buster's. Like I'm dope at that. I'm not the guy that just be shoot like railing them off. Like you see some of them. I don't want to come off as racist, but he looks like he's Asian. He could be American, but he looked like he has Asian descent. Either way, but that dude, like he be flipping it up there. Oh my god, I'm not like that, but I'm nice with it.
Yeah,
But another challenge, I'm not comfortable with a trampoline. I don't know. Like I'm not doing that. Like I feel like my knee would give out,
you're
and
doing
like some doofy shit.
You're doing like the half court shot. You're doing like the fucking like the weird racing, the rear relay. Because I feel like I could beat Frozone, dog. I forget what stadium it is. I think it's Seattle or one of them stadiums where you get to race against Frozone around the outside of the shit.
I spoke too much for that shit. I got to do something where I can sit down like darts, like nah, not even darts. Like I don't know.
Yo, darts is surprisingly hard.
It really is. No, but like something where like I really don't have to do too much physical, like outside of like 10, 15 seconds most of like burst of energy. Like I'm not chasing down a chicken. Like, man, fuck this chicken, man. Like, close the cage. Make it smaller.
You think you could stop a slap shot?
No, what is that shit coming at my face? I don't like birds. I don't like but like I went to the Boston Science Museum and they had that butterfly garden. I can't do that. Like, because I kept doing this. They was like, no, you can't. I'm like, nah, man. I can't have shit flying around my head. No. Not even butterflies. Nope. And so now I got a hockey puck coming 100 miles an hour at my face. I don't know.
For $100,000 though?
To try to stop one? Like if I have like the full visor?
Yeah, you got the whole shit on. You got the whole shit on. You just gotta stop.
And I got 3 attempts?
For $100,000. Would you do it? Because I would.
3 attempts? Yeah.
I think I could win that shit.
Oh, yeah. 3 attempts?
I win that shit before I hit the half court shot.
Oh, yeah. Backwards.
I have it on recording.
Oh, shit.
My son challenged me. He was like, you can't do that. I was like, okay, watch. There's a scientific method to it.
You think you could throw a baseball 100 miles an hour?
No.
75 miles an hour?
I'm getting old.
I might be able to hit 70, 75 still, but I can't throw 100. I could never throw 100.
I know.
Just get that.
I almost caught a baseball go from I went to Washington D.C. The other day, and they hit it up, and I almost caught it. It landed right beside me, but the guy bumped me, and he dropped
he boxed you out for the baseball.
He was a big, taller guy, but he bumped me, and then I missed it. But he didn't catch it either. It just dropped. But he's like, you put a lot of effort into this. Here, you can have it.
Oh yeah, I got mine from the Colorado game right here.
Oh,
nice.
Wait. Home run. You got props on the side too. You got props on there.
It sits on my desk, so I fidget with it.
Sometimes I got prompts. Like if somebody's in the chat and I'm like, oh shit, and I have something that relates to something that person in chat.
I'm getting my props ready, man. I can't let you out prop me right now.
You got props over there.
Don't worry. Oh, your jersey. I think I figured out what jersey I'm sending you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yo, real quick before we get off this topic, you think you could catch 100 miles an hour fastball?
Catch it? Yes.
No.
Like just sit behind the plate and just catch a pitcher. Yes.
I could never.
You think you could hit one?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, I stopped playing baseball in 8th grade. Like they wasn't even throwing 100 in 8th grade, and I could never hit a curveball. So, like,
I don't know if I can hit it. I don't know if I can hit a 100 miles an hour fastball. I can hit a curveball. Fuck a curveball up.
We have to get in the cage and put it at 100 and see if we can make
80 mile an hour curveball. Because curveball's not that fast. 100 miles an hour curveball. The fuck you doing?
There's a dude out there throwing like 98 mile an hour breaking balls. I forget his name though. But all right, so we're gonna get into the top 5 before we get out of here. We do a top 5 almost. Well, we haven't done a top 5 in a while, actually, because we've been doing game picks.
Yeah.
So let's jump back into the top 5.
It's more like you's making game picks.
Hey, listen, I'm the prognosticator when it comes to that shit. And the Pistons got a better record than the Knicks right now, but that's for later on. I got your Darko Milicic jersey already picked out, bro.
Listen. We can move on.
Yeah. Anyway, this week on the top 5, we're going top 5 travel destinations. Since we have a travel agent on with us today, these are the top 5 travel destinations that I want to go to, in general. And then,
so I'm supposed to pick top 5 for you too? Come on, don't be that. Don't.
Your own top 5. Your own top 5. Where you want to go to, man?
Where we would like to go to.
Yeah, where we would like to go to, but I'm speaking about myself in the first person.
Okay.
So number 5 on my list is Spain. I want to go to Pamplona specifically and run with the Bulls. Although I'm running out of age time for that. You know, it was something that I probably should have done as a youth. But I do still want to go to Spain. I feel like Spain looks like one of those places that I want to go check out. I want to go to Parma. I read a book called Playing for Pizza by John Grisham way back in the day. And it's about this American football player, and he went to Italy to play football, and he lived in Parma. And they talk about the food, and I've seen videos and things like that. And I just like, obviously, I'll see the rest of Italy, but specifically, I want to go to Parma. It feels like it has like that small European city vibe. London has been on my list forever. One day I'll make it there.
They're having a good deal now.
Yeah. I just don't want to spend like a weekend in London, though. You know what I mean? Like I gotta have time to go to London, and really check it out. Sydney, Australia, has been on my list for a while too. Just one of those places that I feel like would be super dope to go to, even though like you see the videos of all the shit in Australia that can kill you. But you know, Sydney's a major city, so I assume that there probably won't be as much. And then number 1 on my list of places that I want to go check out is Iceland. I want to go to Iceland so bad. I watched a documentary on Iceland, and I love that they have like a 0 carbon footprint, and they have the best chocolate I've ever had in my entire life, called Omnam. Chocolate is made in Iceland. It's super good. You can order it. They'll ship it to your house. And so Iceland is number 1 on my list to try to get to. So those are my 5 destinations that I want to check out.
All right. I guess I'll go, and we'll leave the expert to go last. Yeah, because her list will probably be dope. Where I'm like, oh shit, I never heard that place, and now I'm changing my whole list over.
I'm ready to write her list down.
For real. No, because like if anything, like I had a couple of places, like, you know, not really Iceland, but like some Norwegian area, like is an honorable mention for me. Also an honorable mention for me is like, you know, the Australian trails. Those are honorable mentions for me. My number 5, I had Costa Rica as my number 5. You know, I had some friends that lived down there. Shout out to Khadijah Lynch. She's married. She probably have a different last name now.
Oh, she's in Costa Rica? That's what's up.
Yeah. I believe. I don't want to put her out there unless she's on like witness protection or some shit. But shout out to her. Yeah, too late. But Costa Rica's always been on my list of like a nice place to go, because it just seems like it's laid back. It doesn't seem like it's over commercialized, where you could just really get down and folksy with people. But yeah, no, that's my number 5. Number 4, I actually put down that DC place that she was talking about, Eaton, DC. Yeah. That made my list. I'm like, oh shit. like I want to go to DC. Like if anything, if when I started thinking about like if I was ever to move out of the Rhode Island area, where am I going to move? And I always thought about the DMV area, um, out in the D where Daryl is, out in Detroit area. It's always on my list as well. But Eaton is one of them places where I feel like I could go, and then I could also absorb the other places like the African American Museum.
Mhm.
Um, and do the whole circuit. So that's my number 4. Number 3 is a place that I saw, and I don't know the name of it, but they have like a full moon festival. It's somewhere in like the Asian region, like the South Pacific Seas, and it's on a beach, and they do like this full moon um ritual for like the whole weekend. I forgot the name of the place, but I just wanted to throw it out there. I don't know if you know it offhand. I don't think you would, but I throw it out there as what's that? My number 3.
Yeah.
Where is it located?
It's in Southeast Asia. It's on a beach. It's some kind of full moon festival. Like the area, I just wanted to be in the region also, and do the full moon thing, and just also partake in the area because also my number 2 is Bali. I want to see where all these rich people are really trying to escape to. Because if these motherfuckers going out there and like trying to like hide out in their tree huts, uh, living in that kind of living, that's for me. Because if anything, that's the kind of stuff that I'll probably try to take in to Trinidad. But Bali is one of them places. But then my number 1 is actually 2 separate places. So it's Mozambique and Tanzania. It's just something about those areas. I just want to go. And it's just that area I just want to be in. So it's the motherland. It doesn't seem like it's too war torn. I was trying to go to the Congo or even Nigeria at this point. You don't know what the hell's going on there.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my Nigerian friends. God bless y'all. Again, I was troll hunting, so I'm gonna keep it light with the politicals. So that's my number 1.
I think you're talking about Koh Phangan Island. That is
in Thailand.
And that's the most popular full moon festival.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's also one
in Thailand.
They have multiple dates too.
Yeah. And then there's another one called Hod Rin Beach. I don't know if that sounds familiar.
No, that one doesn't sound too familiar. But
I can do some research for you.
I figured I'd throw it out there because I saw it one time and I was like, yo, that looks so fucking dope. Like outside of like doing like the World Cup and doing like the Olympics. Maybe not the Olympics, but like when I hit the jackpot, those are things that I want to do, like experience wise. Go all the baseball stadiums, all the football stadiums, basketball, stuff like that. So.
Cool. Well, I'm with you with Tanzania. Wasn't on my list right now just because I know I can't get to it. But it's like 3 years for me right now on my list. But I have momentum people in my realm who want to go to South Africa, and so I'm gonna start doing some research on that. But I was looking at Tanzania. Number 1 I would say number 1 on my list was Dubai. I would love to go to Dubai. It's very popular also right now. But it's intriguing. My son was able to go to the tallest building there on a trip that he won for being the change back in 2015, I think. He got to go to a Be the Change conference, and he was one of 2 U.S. ambassadors to go to this conference. So I was like, I need to go there. And then I would say Turkey. Turkey, I want to do those balloons, but they always look beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was just fitting that Troy is in there. So I was like, hey, maybe we can put together something there. But I want to see the balloons. That's why I would want to go to Turkey.
Yeah, that's dope.
I actually thought of going to Morocco this year. It's up and coming. But I also, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of people think I'm from Morocco. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should go see what that's all about. Casablanca.
My name Daoud is popular in Morocco.
Oh, okay. So never know. I could have, origins from there. And then Japan is high on my list. I'm going there next year, putting together a group to go there. So, but very, very popular right now. I think it was on the Forbes list is Okinawa. So that's a 2026 is for the Blue Zone longevity and wellness appeal. And then Costa Rica.
Rest in peace, Mr. Miyagi.
Costa Rica is my number one, and I am booked to go there in October, as I mentioned earlier. But it is also, it's also a popular destination right now. A couple of other popular destinations that Bali was popular, but people are so familiar with it now that they're trying to move away from it. I don't know if it's over-tourism is real. There's like so much. And so we just being mindful of how there was like all these content creators going there. So, but it's really beautiful. I hear, my cousin has bought property there. So, loved it. So I definitely say, if you can get there, go. And then, I think it's, who is it? Chilean Patagonia for the epic mountains and glaciers. That's another one from Forbes. But
the Patagonian mountains.
Yes.
Nice.
Now, see, if anything, like Trinidad stays away from that over tourism. They don't lean into that. They don't, like, February's coming up and carnival season's coming up. They don't really lean into tourism because what's happened is they actually changed some laws because people from Germany and Europe was going to Tobago and buying up a bunch of beaches and land and fencing it off. And the locals are like, nah, this is my local beach. Now I got to pay to go to my local beach. So that became an issue. Now you can only buy land if your grandparents are descendants of Trinidad, and you have to show,
That's good, because that's a real problem in Jamaica right now. And all the development that's gone on there, and their fishermen can't go to their spots anymore because they're being denied. So that was all over the internet too, but it's very, very, very real. So I, just try to be mindful of that as when I'm there, like, especially when I cruise. It's the cruise ports are nice, but you have to get beyond the cruise port and go out and give back to the community why you love to go there. Like, we went to Belize and we went and did a city tour, and we stopped in places to give back to the local community. Purposely. The drivers will say, oh, go here, go to this hotel. I said, why do I want to go to a hotel?
You try to keep you on the path because they try to scare you about the savages.
No, I want to go to this beach. I want to go to this. So I do a lot of that. And I had one person in Barbados tell me, how did you know about this? I said, because I do my research. I want to go here. He loved us so much. He's like, can I take you one place? We didn't know where he was taking us. He ended up taking us to his house to meet his grandson, who was named Malachi after my son. And he's like, I love you so much. I'm going to take you to one other place that nobody knows about. So, be kind to the locals. Be kind to the locals.
Shout out to Shumbi. Shumbi was the guy that used to take me around in Trinidad. But you see, they used to tell you, like, one thing is don't play like you're a big shot, like wear gold chains, because what they might do is they're going to kidnap you and then ransom you off to your family back in the States. Or what they might do is you're driving a big fancy car, playing your rap music, cussing, DMX shit, you know, wearing your gold chain. All of a sudden, a tree falls out in front of you. You get out to see what's going on, and then they take your car, and now you got nowhere to go. You know, so be careful trying to be a big shot going, what do you mean? I'm American.
Make
Be
sure
careful with that dumb shit.
Make sure you understand the climate and the laws and the rituals of the countries that you go to. We're up
And
against
be
it.
easy.
Before we get out of here, you want to shamelessly plug anything, how people can get in touch with you, where they can find you on the socials, if they want to book a trip or learn more about how to get into the travel industry. You know,
sure. So you can reach out to me. My website is experiencetravelnetwork.com. I also I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, Nicole Johnson, or you can find my page, Experience Travel. And then if you want my phone number, I'll give that all to you, or you can list it. I'll put my link tree in the chat. So if anybody does have questions, I have my contact details and everything on my link tree.
All right, yeah. Send it to me on Facebook Messenger, and I'll push it out.
Okay. Thank you. This was very, very good. A lovely conversation.
Actually, thanks for coming on. Come back anytime, guys. Make sure you follow us on all the socials. Make sure you hit the QR code up here in the corner, so that over there, so that you can follow us on the YouTube channel. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell so that you can always be up to date. Thanks to everybody that's in the chat, and we'll check y'all next Sunday on Caveman and IronMonkey talking that shit. Yeah.
All right.
We out.
Thank you, Nicole.